All right, hello. This episode is going out to Mill Pond and Gibbons, parents of the kids in Mill Pond and Gibbons. My name is Michael. I'm in 10th grade.
My name's Aditya. I'm in 12th grade.
And I'm Alon. I'm in 11th grade.
Yes, we got it right. And Christian, who was supposed to be with us but delayed the recording and then didn't show up. He just wanted to shout out his Club Rangers Education, who he runs with a couple of his friends, which is a really cool initiative
You should go join it.
offering.
Or tell your kids to join it.
Yeah.
That's not the point, Alon, but which offers free
okay.
tutoring for Mill Pond and Gibbon students, which is very cool because it provides volunteer hours to the people tutoring, and it's free tutoring for people, so you can sign up for that. Link in the description if I find it. And otherwise, yeah. So we're just gonna. This is just a general guide on how to regulate parental controls on your kids' different devices, and Aditya is gonna start off with the Apple ecosystem, which is easy.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with Apple controls. And it's pretty much, you can set up Apple controls on like any Apple device in your system settings. And for those of you who don't know what the settings app looks like, it's on the bottom right here. Right here. Click on it. It's under settings. And then you've got to scroll down to this little purple thing called screen time. And with that, you're able to change screen distance, like stop your kid from going like this on the screen.
Oh, yes, very.
You can also regulate their app and website activity.
And also you can check your and your kid's screen time.
Yes, and you can get emails about like what your kid does like every day of the week and what they're on, as well as put a password behind like some hours of their screen time. So after like 3 hours or like 1 hour, you can make a password that says, "Hey, put in this password that your parent put, or put in your parent's Apple ID," and then you can have extra screen time, and that's dependent on the parent. Where you can extend it from 1 minute to I believe 1 hour, or for the rest of the day.
In general, like, I'm currently using the Apple ecosystem, but I tend to trash on it a lot. But like, still, I do really like the cohesiveness between the devices, where you can regulate it on your kid's laptop or iPad or even Apple Watch.
Yes, and this will be like native to their Apple ID, so it's not like your kid can do 1 hour on your phone and immediately get on their iPad and do like another hour. No,
yeah, this is linked to your. Yeah. This is linked to your Apple ID, and another benefit of this is we'll talk about like later about apps that are popular, but you probably shouldn't use them, like Life 360, where it tracks your kid's location. You can track your kid's location on their iPhone or Apple Watch, or I really like the just throw an AirTag into your kid's bag. If they lose the bag, you can find it, and you can also see the location.
You can also, and to use all of this, it's an app called Find My, which I'm not going to
Find My is
click on right now, since that'll reveal my current location, which I don't feel.
You should do it. You should do it.
No. But still, the Apple ecosystem is very cool in the way that where everything syncs across devices and it's based on your Apple ID.
Yes.
The problem with regulating screen time starts when first of all, when your kid uses devices from like different companies, or you use an iPhone and your kid uses an Android phone, where like it gets kind of sketchy. But thankfully, there's a one-stop like app called Family Link on the App Store and on the Play Store on everything, which you can track your kid's location from it. If you enable permissions on whatever phone you have, if you have an Android phone, if you have an iPhone, you can enable permissions on it, and then it can restrict your kid's screen time. I believe Alon, your parents use it. Can you talk about that?
Yep. So, yeah, my dad has an iPhone, and he uses it on my Android. So, I have this application that is Parental Control that I think I clicked on. I click, and then it shows me how much screen I've used today. How much screen time's been. I have used 3 hours and 26 minutes, my phone. Usually I have a screen hour limit of 3 hours, but since he's gone, he put me he removed my time limit for some time. My downtime is that my phone closes from 10 and opens at 7. I can't use the phone at that time except for emergency calling and so I can use it for calling.
I really like that feature, so a kid can't like scroll TikTok throughout the night. That's pretty cool.
Well, then there's blocked apps if there's a certain app, and I've had So if I use an app too much, like maybe if I use Discord too much on my phone
Mm-hmm.
or a game, then he can remove it for some time, and then after some time
Okay.
he can bring it back, which makes it so that I can't install it, uh, or and that it doesn't show on my phone.
I
So
also, oh, my bad. Go on.
I can see location sharing right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can see the signed in devices, where I can see all my devices that are logged into my Google account. That is includes my watch, my computer, my phone, and some other devices. Some other stuff is first of all, there's location settings where I can change allow location access and the location accuracy on how exact it is, which both need the parent to be turned off or on. I need either a password or they can go on their phone and get a code or the website, and they can use that to also log in. Then there
Is
is your
there,
settings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna ask, is there a thing where like that if your time runs out, your parent can extend it by just typing in their password? Does that work?
Yes, there is. So there is. First of all, there's two ways to do it. First, they
Mm-hmm.
can open your phone until a certain time,
Mm-hmm.
where the phone is like fully unlocked until like one certain hour. Like it could be like
Yeah.
they open the phone from 5 to 6, and then it locks again at 6. So another thing is content restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
Oh,
other way I
nice.
was gonna say is, um, they can, yeah, it's either they open it until a certain time or um, they add a certain time. So it's either they set a time until or just add a set amount of time. They're very similar. Here there's content restrictions, like, which can be changed both on my device and on my parent's device. Both need my parent to be changed.
And I'm
So that
assuming that can
includes
control what websites you go on and what stuff you can see.
that and like what applications I download, like
Oh, nice.
what applications from Google Play Store, like
Yeah.
maybe 17 plus stuff like that. Like Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
is technically 17 plus. So by doing that,
Also,
applications like that wouldn't show. Yeah.
I do know through Family Link you can control what apps your kid downloads. So if they click download on an app, you have to manually approve it. As a
Yes,
parent,
that's
I
a
know.
feature
No, I
that
know. Yeah.
yeah, that's an optional feature.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
there,
well, basically,
I have
all
it
of these are
off.
optional feature. The
Right,
benefit
a
of
lot of
Parental
these.
Controls app is that you control
Right.
whatever you want. So,
So yeah, you could see requires approval for in-app purchases only. So that's the purchases download, and then content restrictions on
oh
all.
right,
There's
it
all
links
in
to that.
games. There's movies. There's TV, and there's books. So
Hmm.
um, in the content restrictions on the content itself. So on games, I haven't allow all because I'm not like really using my phone for anything other than like applications and video games. Movies, I have it on 17. TV, I have it on like 17 as well. And books, I have no restrictions. But I don't read books on my phone. I prefer
I
not to.
do really like how you can just set the genre to like, yeah, you can have as much time as you want on books, but like this much on video games.
Yep. And there's another setting specific to Google Chrome of try to block mature sites where it would like
Oh, nice.
just but yeah. And then there's some stuff with Google Chrome and Google Assistant
Mm-hmm.
on how I have nothing for Google Assistant, but there's the parent can also turn on safe search. Uh
And the kid
and
can turn it off in that case.
this can only
I'm
be
assuming.
turned on from their parent from their phone specifically. So even on my phone
Uh-huh.
they couldn't change that if they wanted to make safe search off. So that's like I mean that doesn't make sense in that point of view. And then there's some personal results kind of choose like what results show. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it seems it's like
And
ads, search history, likes, and say like relevant data. So your parent can control how much of that you see. Yeah.
and once again, so this works if your dad downloads it on his iPhone and this transfers
Yep.
to your phone.
And then download the phone,
Perfect.
download the application, and download the parental controls app on. I think you could download Family Link on both, and then just
Yeah, you
set one
can.
phone to um
Is
be like
Family Link on Windows though?
um
Or
not
something like that?
that I know
No.
of.
All right.
I
I
know
guess
there's
that's
Microsoft for that.
yeah. I
Yeah.
guess that's a good segue into Microsoft Family.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You use Windows.
Yeah, I used to have Microsoft Family. How it would work is very similar to Family Link, where
Do they
um
integrate together at all?
I had both at the same time, but I didn't really have like
Any
they
integration?
were
Okay.
they were kind of separate. They don't work together,
Okay.
but the one was for the phone, one was for the computer.
I
So
see.
I had a certain screen time every day, and then how it worked was the parent could once the screen time was up, the computer would fully lock. There would be like this kind of small blue tab of your time has run out. You could either uh, log out of the account. You could um, add more time. That was the parent. So how it worked is the parent would have an account on either an administrator account or they would have an online account, and then they would be able to extend that time. How much they could be able to extend the time, and then you'd be able to use to have extra time.
I see.
So yeah, that's using Microsoft, and it's very easy to set up a Microsoft family. I found it like very simple.
Cool. Though all of these do require you to make an account, so I'm assuming you just download.
Well,
Like,
I assume most people have
yeah,
most,
most people do have an account. You just like, yeah, if
especially
you're like,
Microsoft.
yeah,
Yes.
like so like if your kid has
Same thing people use for
an
Facebook
iPhone and
and stuff
oh
like
really?
that.
Oh nice.
Yeah,
Can it
Meta.
control the websites you go on Microsoft Family?
It can.
Oh,
Well, it just filters mature content,
oh,
obviously.
nice.
I think there's a bit more filters available.
I've also used
And
Microsoft Family in the past,
you
and you
have
can also restrict like what types of apps your kid can download on like the
yes.
Microsoft Store. So like if you wanted to restrict any games from being downloaded or have it so that you've got to give permission, a kid will like click install. They'll be given a notification where it either says you can install this or it'll say, "Would you like to request to install this?" And then you
And
can set a request.
Oh yeah,
to it.
also,
oh Steam,
another thing about
what can we
Google
talk about? Oh, never mind.
is that you cannot download APKs on the phone with Family Link.
You
So they
can't
do
at
not
all.
run. Yep, they do
So
not
there's
run.
no side loading.
Nope.
Effectively, what he means is like on an
I can't download an application that is blocked by like
so
downloading a version of it online because you
effectively
just can't run.
on an iPhone you can only download applications from the App Store, but on an Android phone you can sideload applications like you would on your computer. We can type in download Chrome and you can just run it off the file.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, at least in the US, you can't. But yeah, just move on. So effectively, Google Family Link can block APKs from running on your kid's phone. So like, for example, if you don't want your kid to have access to Reddit, your kid can't
I think that's for the
run it off
better.
the file. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is for the better. I agree. All right. Also, real quick, while we're on Windows, can you talk about Steam parental controls? Because I don't know how it
Okay.
works.
So how it
But
works?
not the family sharing, because that's kind of
So yes,
Mhm.
how it works. I have actually family members who use this.
okay.
My father is my cousin, my older
Yeah.
cousin who's 23 has a brother who's like much younger than him. He's about 6 or 7.
Mhm.
What he does, he has like a smaller computer, a laptop that can
Yeah.
run a few games that he gave him. So
Mhm.
what he does, there's a thing called Steam Family that is actually it was beta, but a few days ago it actually released
Yeah.
to
It is quite
everyone.
cool.
So how it works, it's very simple. You go to your Steam, and then you go to the settings. After clicking at the top left, you click Steam, and then you click Settings, and then Family. And then you can create a Steam family. So how it works, you need to be in the same country as this person you're trying to add.
Or at
Um,
least your Steam profile had to say you're in the same country.
Yes, and technically you can. Yeah, I got some friends from Israel to be able to join my family
Oh,
after.
did they just switch their profile to US?
Not quite. I had to make a purchase using United States dollars on their account,
I see.
and then okay, and then how it works. As a parent, you can add a person as a child or as a parent. These families can get up to, I believe, 6 members, or 5 other people than yourself. Um, so you can manage your family name. There's 6 spots. Either
6
you can
spots.
add people as either an adult or a child. So
Uh-huh.
how it works: adults have access to everything, and they are the ones that can control the settings. And then the children are who have like a little more, kind of, the parents have access to their accounts. How it works: you have games, and then you can choose which games to share with your family members. Some games don't support sharing, but a large percentage of Steam games do. Like the more popular
Yeah.
ones, like maybe Among Us or Stick Fight or whatever people play.
Yeah.
So a lot of these games are able to be shared, and you can actually also play on multiple devices at once
Yeah, so
with the
if
same
you're
game.
so basically if your kid wants to play like with their
A game with
sibling,
you.
this
Yeah,
or with
exactly.
you, yeah, you can have one copy of the game if you're in the same
Yep,
family,
and
which
then
is quite cool.
everyone will be able to use it at the same time. And everyone will even have their own like kind of progress and kind of saves on the game
And
where
the
yeah.
adults, I'm assuming, can control how much time your kid spends
Uh
playing.
yes. So there is first of all there's a library where you can see which games are kind of included,
Hmm.
be able to make certain games not like control which
Unlock
games
first.
your kids can access. Yep, exactly. And then there's requests where your kids can request you to um where if a kid wants either a free game or a paid game, they will ask you. It
Oh,
sends a
really?
request to the
Even
parent.
free games?
Um, I believe so.
All right.
Um, it's yeah, purchase and access requests. So if they want to access a certain game or purchase a certain game, or any, I believe in game current like something in game, but I'm not
In-game
sure about
purchases?
that because it's either they can't make in game purchases, or they can only do it with your kind of verification.
Oh yeah,
Another
and
tab,
mhm.
yeah.
Sorry, my bad. For the record, Steam is basically if your kid has uses Windows and plays games, for most likely they're using Steam.
Yep.
It's the most
It's a similar. It's a
common.
game platform. It's
It's
similar
a
to Epic
game
Games
platform,
to
effectively
people
like an
who.
Xbox. You can buy games on
Mm-hmm.
Xbox and play it on the same device. Steam is that thing which you people play games through Steam. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
All right.
there's the playtime, which
Mm-hmm.
shows the kids' playtime. Obviously, I have all my friends added as adults so that they can like access all the games because
Oh
it's like
yeah. Also,
we have it as a feature to share games with each other, which is another usage of the applicant of the
for the record, Alon
yep.
abuses this Steam family
That's not
setting.
true. That's not true. I only do it for my friends because I have like the most games of my friends, so I just let them all use my games. So it shows the playtime of the children in your family. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm sure there can be plenty of images online on how exactly it looks that
Yeah,
Misha could edit
I
in.
will have that.
And then there's history, which shows just kind of the
Purchase
history of the
history.
family, like when people joined, like what games were added, and then what people were invited, what people left. Just kind of an audit log, like a kind of a log of all the events that happened in a family. And I'm sure it has a lot more than just like this person joined the family. But since I don't have any like children set in this, I don't have as much like I don't see the statistics of like their playtime. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
mhm.
Steam Family. I really like how you can just play the same
Yeah.
game, especially if you have siblings, or if you abuse it like Alon does.
I don't abuse it.
Steam said use it with your family. It's fun. Um, Also, so real quick, I'm gonna go over just how it works on like consoles. Basically,
Mm.
if your kid has a Switch, not older Nintendo consoles, unfortunately, well, you just download the Nintendo Parental Controls app on Play Store and App Store. Um, if your kid has an Xbox, you download the Xbox app, make an account, and
You can also
it,
do it
then you
native
can
on
control
the
them.
Xbox if you really
Oh,
want.
you can.
Since I have it on the Xbox, what happens is when you're usually making an Xbox child account, you can make an Xbox parent account linked to it, and the Xbox parent account gets like notifications based on like some restricted types of games, and you can also
Mm.
make it so that your child's restricted and your child can't access it without knowing your Microsoft password or having like some alternate login method that you enable. So that's something else
Yeah,
you
so
can
you
do.
need to be there.
Yep. Yes.
I see. And I'm assuming it works the same on PlayStation.
I
Um,
No clue.
yeah.
Okay.
So, real quick, there
Oh,
are also
Life
apps.
360. Weren't you going to talk about
Yes,
that?
yes.
we will talk about. I was just about to. There are also apps that exist for this, like Bark, Life 360. I have not heard about Bark. If you know people that use it, like, sure, I guess give it a try. I'm assuming it's just an app you download, enable the permission, it controls just like Google Family Link. I think Google Family Link is better because it's linked to a Google account, and everyone has a Google account, and it just works better with Chrome and other stuff. I think Family Link is better, even if you use an iPhone, you could use an Android phone. But you can give that a try. What I wouldn't use or would heavily critique using is like Life 360. specifically Life 360 because Life 360 tracks you. Yes, it does track your live location, but it also sells your live location to data brokers,
Oh, okay.
who is literally
not
the
great.
highest bidder.
Also, the way that
So,
their stuff works, because I had like 360 in, I believe, elementary school or middle school.
oh really?
Uh, what it does is you want it constantly operates in the background because you're not supposed to close it or else the parent will get some warning and stuff.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
what usually happened to me was that by the time like the end of school day came, I was on like 2-3% despite not using my phone at all, and I'd have trouble like contacting my parents for a ride if I missed a bus or something.
Yeah. So I personally wouldn't use Life 360 if
So it's just kind of a
you're
battery drainer.
completely
Yeah.
Apple ecosysteming. Use the Apple controls, and also I would really recommend the like either tracking your kid's phone through Find My or even just a couple air tags in each of their bags, just because like that's convenient. But yeah, do we not mention something?
I think that is all.
Oh,
I think
one
that's
more
all.
thing.
Yes.
For messages, like you can also track your child through messages, but it's not as simple since
Oh wait, isn't that where you have to share your location through messages?
yes, you have to request a child to share your location, to share their
Share
location,
their location.
and then once the child says yes, it'll share until they click stop. It's more useful for like if a student's coming back from a field trip and you want to track them, you can just send them a text saying, "Hey, share your location," and it's much more accurate than Find My,
Find My?
because Find My gives you like within 100 maybe 200 feet, but this like the one that you can do on
Mhm.
messages gives it within like 10-20 feet.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I did not know that. And also, so our guide didn't include any open source operating systems or Linux stuff because parental controls unfortunately don't really exist on that. I've seen a really cool project for self-hosted parental controls, but
Oh, interesting.
yeah, it's quite cool, but it's basically it hosts the parental controls app that is completely customizable on your computer or server. And it runs on any operating system, which is kind of cool. But yeah, short answer: use Family Link or Apple controls, and if your kid has a console, use whatever that provides, and don't use Life 360. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Um,
Whenever
thank you for
downloading an
watching.
app, always like check its terms of service, check like
Always
the reviews, and like
Oh, yeah,
do
yeah.
some background research on it.
For
Like, even
any
for
app,
Bark,
yes,
we don't know if it's completely
we
safe.
don't.
We're just saying that we know of it and that you should do your own research on it.
Yes, for any app that we talked about, I will have the what the icon looks like and the full name spelled out in the reviews for on the Play Store and the App Store on screen.
Yes.
So, anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out Rangers Education with Christian and some other people who didn't show up, but still,
Yeah, well,
it's really cool how
I mean, they better show up
it's
next time.
effectively a win-win where it's offering them volunteer hours and your kids free tutoring. All right, thank you for watching. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. Have a
So
good
the
one.
mouse wishes you a goodbye.
The mouse
Bye.
does wish you goodbye.
The mouse does wish
The
you.
fancy mouse.
Yes, very
Very fancy.